Hi, this is a stupid video thing where I go over all of the CDs that I own, or my CD collection, if you will. Not really. I don't really collect CDs, I just get CDs from bands that I really like. But yeah, it's gonna be over that and why I like them or sometimes do not like them. With that being said, let's go over the first one. Or, I should probably go over this real quick just so I don't forget. Okay, alright. This has the ugliest album art of any album that I have ever seen. And I mean that in a good way. The actual songs are... it's more Sanguisugabogg, so it's not like... It's pretty good. It's just like, turn brain off, have a lot of fun. I got this CD at the show they did with Peeling Flesh at 89th Street, and that was a really fun show. I had never listened to Peeling Flesh before, so I was really surprised by them. And Sanguisugabogg was also good. I've seen them twice. This is really difficult to do with one hand. Okay. Oh, that's not... I didn't close this the right way. I don't think so. Huh. That was dumb. Whatever. This is probably my... Okay, when it comes to music, this isn't true. No offense at all. But, it's not bad at all. Like, it's really good. I love this album. But, this is my favorite CD package kind of thing of all time. Hey, that's pretty cool. For YouTube, that's not real. Please don't take this down. So, the songs on this album are really good. It's got Dragged by a Truck and Dead as Word That I Cannot Say, or My Parents Will Scream at. Well, not scream at me, they don't do that. Whatever, you get what I mean. They get angry. Okay. It has that, and then the back side, and inside it has that, which is really cool, and then the CD. And in the little thing here, also it came with the sticker, but I put that on the back of my car and it kind of faded away, so that sucks, but whatever. Yeah, it's got this little booklet thing with the lyrics and some extra art. I really love the extra art. This is I don't know if I mentioned this is the first album that I ever bought for my car, because my car is kind of old, and I don't like dealing with the aux thing, because wires always get messed up no matter what I do, so that's annoying, but whatever. Okay, 2 Knoll albums. For the CDs that I have in here, I will try to edit in images of the CDs and what they look like inside of the CD case. But, we got whatever. I love this album so much. And same thing with Cryptopsy. First song on that, there's no. Metempiric, whatever. Okay, alright. Whenever I found this album, I was immediately blown away. I even know like the exact date that I found it because of a picture I sent to my mom on the day that I found this album on Spotify. May 23rd, 2022. It's got like lyrics and all that, and some extra art in the CD. But obviously getting this album is just worth it for the music alone. It is really good. And then somehow they made an album that is even better than that. How did they do that? I don't know what's going on with the album cover. I do not care. This is probably my favorite album of all time, and I do not remember most of the song names because they just go by really quickly. I'll show what the CD looks like this in editing. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, really, really, really good album. It's really fast most of the time. Sometimes it doesn't really slow down, but there's more of like a ambient kind of track with some kind of harsh noise or whatever. But it and then there's a Whelm or whatever, which is like a really slow point, and it goes to Tome, which is just like, oh my god, what is happening? But in like the best way possible. This is probably my favorite album of all time. Oh, I got both of these at a show at the Sanctuary, which is another local venue kind of thing where I live. So that was cool. I loved that show. I loved talking to the vocalist, and I am very thankful to have the opportunity to talk with him and okay, wait. I forgot to mention this, but Jamie Eubanks, the vocalist of Knoll, is my favorite vocalist of all time. Like I already talked about how good both of the Knoll albums are, and the fact that they released like one split with Autolilth or whatever. No offense to them, I just don't remember their name. And then they were immediately like, okay, let's make a perfect album, and then an even more perfect album. I cannot believe they did that. Oh my god, I love Knoll so much. Blasphemy Made Flesh by Cryptopsy. I used to listen to this album all the time, but I don't really anymore, because I hate the mixing, or mastering, or whatever. It is so quiet that it is aggravating. I hate it. But I love the actual music. And I hate this CD case because it keeps making the CD fall out. Oh my god, I hate it. We got this we got this message right here. I don't know why that's there, and I've always wondered why. But that's a thing that exists. Every song on this album is really good. I learned Defenstration on bass, and that is the hardest song I know how to play on bass. It is so difficult. Every time I finish playing that song, it makes me feel like I just broke my hand. My right hand. First three songs are really good, and then it doesn't really drop in quality when it comes to the music, but I don't know, the first three songs are just legendary to me, and then the rest is just they exist, even though they're not bad at all. We have I I don't remember what, I think it has Mother in the name or something. I don't know. I don't remember. That's not very helpful. I'm going to be okay. You know what? It's the album currently playing. Let's see. Let's see. What's it called? Please say on the CD so I can remember. Oh, come on, man! I think it has Mother in the name or something. I don't know. Crap, I really wish I remembered. Yeah, this CD at a very recent show that they played in Oklahoma with Amygdala or whatever. It was really good. The vocalist was absolutely insane, but in the best way possible. Same thing with the drummer and everyone else. Oh my god, what a show. What a set in general. Also, local band Discern. Wow, they were really good. But oh, I used to listen to Meth like all the time. But recently, or not recently, I just kind of stopped because I didn't really like the more chill parts of the album, if you can even call them that. I like when bands either go like really heavy all the time or like really soft all the time, which I don't like that wording, but you get what I mean probably. Dude, it says the name of the album on the side. I hate it. Come on. Why did I look at the thing? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Mother of Red Light. That's the name of the album. God. But they make good music. Just some of it is not necessarily for me. Okay, 2 albums I don't care for that much. The Apostasy by Behemoth. The only song on here that I listened to really was Slaying the Prophets of Isa, and that song is really insane with the drumming, and that's like the only reason I like it. Also the guitar solo, I guess. Also Mordial is kind of a clown. Like, if you think that being against fascists or fascism is a wrong thing or a bad thing, then you are a weirdo. It is always morally correct to punch a Nazi. It's just icky. Okay, and then we got Vital Remains, Dechristianize. I only got this CD because it was released on the day I was born, and the music isn't bad, but the vocalist is very corny live. Like, there's this one video of a drummer performing like one of their songs. I think it might have been Dechristianize. And the vocalist goes on about how like Jesus is like the worst person ever or whatever.
Songs about that piece of shit Jesus Christ. Fuck him. He's not my fucking savior. I'm my own fucking savior. He's a savior to none. Failure for
I get being frustrated at religion in general because it feels very limiting sometimes, and some of the things in it are very bad, and also how it can sometimes be used to oppress certain groups of people. But that's corny. Like, going on a rant about how much you don't like Jesus is really corny. This album broke because I dropped it, but it's very good. Speaking of corny, I used to listen to Countless Skies on this album all the time while it was snowing, just because, I don't know, it felt appropriate. But this is some symphonic metal, I guess. I don't know. But it's a very good album. It came with the sticker. The guitars are really good when it comes to melodies and stuff. Also the vocalist. The vocalist goes like really low on Countless Skies for some reason, and it's really funny. Not bad, but funny. So yeah. Okay, time for a curveball. Asunojokei. This album cover looks is very deceiving. They don't really make black metal on this album, but I don't really know what else to call it. Their previous albums have been very, bad quality when it comes to the actual mixing and mastering, sounding like it was recorded on a tape recorder. But then this album comes out and it sounds like if you turned the feeling of being able to breathe out of both nostrils after being sick for a while into music. I really love this album, and I have a lot of respect for the band for how much they improved with this album. It is so good in that regard. Okay. Oh, I forgot to show the CD. Wait, no, that CD's in the thing. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I could open it though. Sorry. I will show what the CD looks like in this one, but it's very boring. It's just it's basically a mirror. Okay. We have Mordial by Carbomb. This album is basically like if you turned. Okay, I don't mean to limit it by saying this, because it is much better than what it sounds like. But it's like if you turn dubstep into metal, kinda, but in a way better. It is better than it sounds. Trust me, okay. Some of the all of the songs have really weird and cool effects, and the drummer is one of my favorite drummers of all time. Unfortunately, I forgot his name, but that's okay. Also, the guitarists are really good, and same with the vocalist. Also Dissect Yourself is probably my favorite song on the album. Meta, whatever. I really love this album art and how simple it is. I don't like that the CD is yellow. I think that's really ugly. But same deal as the other album. Honestly, kind of gives off the vibe of a double album, but I'm not sure if that's what they were going for. But it's a good album. Okay, Magrudergrind, the band currently playing. This is one of my favorite albums of all time, and Jesus Christ. Best guitar tone, bass tone, vocals, drumming I have ever heard on an album. Maybe. Knoll is pretty close. Let's just say that they're tied, because this is just every second is just perfect. There is not a... Okay, maybe let's see. Cranial Media, Parasite. The beginning of that song is the only part that I don't really like that much, but that's a really short song and a really short section. The samples are good, the lyrics are good, the things they talk about are good. Just everything about this album is a 10 out of 10. Also, has one of my favorite vocal lines of all time. I could just edit it in, but let's just do things the hard way, I guess. On rejecting the militant promise, stop handing me your pamphlets. I'll palm your freaking outfits. I love that lyric so much, I don't know why. And it comes off as really funny, but not in a way where you, like, can't enjoy the music while listening to it. Alright. I forgot to mention how I agree with a lot of the lyrics on this album. Especially on some of the songs like where is it again? Rejecting the Militant Promise. Yeah. I think it's weird that you can have sex with any consenting adult and go to war, but you can't drink until like 3 years later. That's weird. What? Like, I'm not saying that the drinking age should be lowered at all, but like, why can an 18-year-old go out to war? That's weird. Okay, 2 more. System of a Down, self-titled. This is my favorite System of a Down album, probably. It's System of a Down. What do you want me to say? Every song on this album is really good. Even Qbert, the really short one. Let's see. Is there a single song on this album that I don't like? I don't think. Like, the closest thing would probably be Mind, but even then, it's still really good. I know how to play Sweet Pea, Sugar, and Darts on guitar. That's how much I love this album. I have learned 3 songs, but I also only learned those songs because they're pretty easy. Okay, second to last album. Pig Destroyers, Prowler, and The Yard. This may be the first album that I ever listened to in the whole grindcore kind of genre, and I really love every second on this album. The vocals are good, the guitars are good, the drums are good. Jesus Christ, Hyperviolet is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. Same with, looking for it, hold on, Sheet Metal Girl. The lyrics are really disturbing to me, but in like a way that I can really appreciate, and also just the music in general. The run of Hyperviolet, Starbelly, Junkyard God, and P-Angel, oh my god, like, probably the best 4-song run of any album, maybe. I mean, I'm pretty sure. And last album, The by Tricot. I got into, like, Japanese, or not Japanese necessarily, East Asian math rock on like a little road trip that we did to some other part of my state in like the middle of nowhere. Every song on this album is just like, the feeling that you have while listening to it cannot really be described with words. It's just like, it's like the album equivalent to a nice bath, I guess. Which is, I didn't really mean to make a pun, but whatever. I have learned pool
飛べ
and swimmer on bass. I don't know a single word on this album except for Oyasami, which means good night, and I only know that because I looked it up. But I really love this album. This is my favorite tricot album. This is like the CD set, came with the poster and a sticker that almost immediately started fading away because it's not waterproof, so that's unfortunate. How do I open this? Alright, yeah. It's a lyric sheet. Lyrics that I cannot read. Then we got more pictures of the band members. Something about it kind of weirds me out. I don't know, I feel like a stalker, kinda. It's weird. It shouldn't be weird, but like, I don't know, you probably get what I mean. And then there's that for some reason. Oh, and I think the CD came in this. I'm not sure. Oh wait, no, I think the CD came in like a weird paper thing, whatever. But yeah, that's my little CD collection or whatever. Technically I have more CDs, but they're just Kids Bop CDs, so like or like a Kids Bop CD and some stuff that I didn't buy or ask for. Oh, I forgot to mention real quick. These two albums, the Knoll albums, my mom bought for me at the show because I forced her to go with me, and I am very thankful for her. So thank you to her. I also have like a bunch of merch from like Knoll and Sanguisugabogg, which most of it I bought, but you know, I'm still thankful. So yeah, that's it. I mean, that's my CD collection.